Now, before we go to the next example, try to observe in example 1b, the angles 500 degrees and 140 degrees are coterminal because their terminal sides coincide. So when you say coincide, we mean their sides match or they lie on the same place. An angle coterminal with a given angle can be found by adding or subtracting multiples. So multiples of 360 degrees. So if you try to see here, if you graph 140 degrees, the graph will be here. And same thing, if you graph that 500 degrees, the coterminal side of 500 degrees will lie on the same place. So their terminal sides coincide. That's why they are called coterminal. Now let's try to do some examples here. So find one positive, one negative, because we can actually give more than one positive and negative coterminal angle of a given angle because we just need to add multiples of 360 degrees. So the given here is negative 45. So there are many such angles depending on what multiple of 360 degrees is added or subtracted. So what are the multiples of 360 degrees? So we have 360, 720, 1080, and so on. Okay. So in deciding which um, multiple of 360 degrees are you going to use will depend on the given angle. So here, that's negative 45 degrees. We can actually use here 360. So to find the positive angle coterminal to that, we just need to add 360. Okay, but you can actually still use the other multiple of 360 degrees. It's up to you. So, but in this case, I'm using 360 degrees. So when you do your simple math, you'll have 315 degrees. So 315 now will be the coterminal, the first positive coterminal of negative 45 degrees. Second is we need to find one negative. So we just need to subtract negative 360 degrees. So negative 45 minus 360, you'll get negative 405 degrees. So these are now the answers. That's the positive coterminal, and that's your negative coterminal. Now remember, you will have different answers here depending on the multiple of 360 degrees that are you using. Okay, so if you try to draw, that will be the illustration, and their terminal sides will coincide. Now for the next problem, find one positive angle and one negative angle that are coterminal with 395 degrees. So remember the pattern. We just need to add or subtract the multiples of 360. So the multiples are 360, 720, 1080, 1440, and so on. Okay. Now the given is 395. If I'm going to add 360 to 395, I can get one positive answer. So the answer will be positive. So that can be possible. And likewise, if you subtract if you subtract 360 to 395, still you'll get a positive answer. So that can be a possible answer as well. So remember, it's either you add or subtract to the given, okay, such that you're adding or subtracting the multiples of 360. Okay, so in this type of problem, we will have different answers depending on the multiple that you are using. Okay, so in this case, I'm using 360. So that's the positive coterminal of 395. The second coterminal is negative, so we're looking for a negative. So in this case, I am subtracting 2 times 360, which is 720. So basically, I am subtracting 720 here. So that's 395. So if you subtract that, you'll get a negative 325 degrees. So that's your positive terminal coterminal angle, and that's your negative coterminal angle. Again, your answer in this type of problem varies depending on the multiple of 360 that you are using.